Hello beautiful people, we're currently doing a filter clean and wait a second, always ready to go, aren't we? Don't know if you can see that, but I'm getting annoyed now because the crap is not dropping through like it should do to clean it properly. So what I'm going to do is remove all of this black media and replace it with the white media that I've got here, the same type, but the fresh stuff that's in the shed. So first task is to empty out this, because I can't get that black stuff out without tipping the barrels upside down. So I'm going to have to come off again, yet again, for fuck's sake. Oh shit, yeah, fucking break my neck then. Oh, that would have been good. Fucking bowl out of the way. So yeah, that's ready for just putting the media in. So eventually we will get this fucking filtration system sorted out. That's doing all right in that side. It's this side that's pissing me off. All that media's come out when I've emptied it. There's a shitload more in the bottom. So I think floating media, and I'll add it once the filters are full. Once they're full of water, then we'll add the floating media, and hopefully then, because it's floating and this one is not bubbling, it shouldn't sink through the grid. This one, we don't know what's what with it yet, how much media is below the grid. But we'll have a look at the grids. I don't really want to be pulling them out because it's a fucking nightmare to get them back in. Still definitely going to put some bottom drains in, hopefully. If not, I had a little thought come into my head that I could just replace this system with an easy pod, but then all I've learned then is my filtration system ideas don't bloody work. So we will persevere and we'll try and get this working. See, new additions we've had in it are doing all right. Although I've noticed that the Benigoi, wherever he is, he's down there. He's gone around the corner, but he's got a split in his tail. And I'm actually looking at it. It's quite a wide split. I don't think even heat would help heal that guy up. I think it's a split we're going to have to live with. Just see if you can get... Excuse the ripple, but the air's on full blast just to keep the water circulated, keep them oxygenated. It's not the hottest of days today, it's nice and overcast. And like yesterday, which was absolutely heaving it down. So this job was meant to get done yesterday and didn't get done. So I'm now going to scoop all the freaking media out of the barrels again. Penny goes over the back there. Just see an orange. Here he comes. Let's see if I can get him through the window. It's not going to come across the front of the window because I'm stood here and he's still a bit nervous. Well, they seem to have settled in all right now after that near disaster. There's the Fuchi there, looking lovely. And even in a couple of days, he's put a little bit of body on. He was very, very skinny. He's now got his shape to him now. So, I come out to see what I've got to fucking look at that. It seems to be getting bigger. You're going to come out today. There you go. There's a little split in there. You come across the front. No, but yeah, trust me, he's got a split in his tail, but never mind. We'll see if he'll heal. The heat system for this I'm having to rethink because it sounded like it's going to be more efficient to have an air source heat pump on it. And that's one thing I've got to look into. Right, so I'm going to crack on and come back to you in a smell, guys. Alright, so I've come to the decision. This grid in the moving bed chamber, I'm going to remove it. The reason for that is when the media gets stuck in like this, it's then forming a carpet, stopping the crap going through. So that shouldn't be happening. So what I'm going to do is remove it. So the media, it's just got free rein in the chamber. It's not going to settle, and all the crap is going to enter into the settlement chamber. The reason I put the grid in there was basically so when I drained it, any crap that was in the bottom, the media didn't go out with it, but that's not happening. Also, the grid was to prevent any media travelling back when I turned the pump off, travelling back down that pipe, or when I drained it that way to stop me losing the media. But because this blocks up when the media hits it, eventually you do lose a little bit, but not half of that. It was half of that, and there's still a load more in the bottom. So if we take that grid out, the media with the bubbles has then got the free rein. You shouldn't be catching clumps of crap on it like that, these pieces. So it should just stay shit free basically, with just the bacteria growing on it rather than a big load of shit. So that will stop it matting like that one does. And that one's supposed to catch it like that and create the bacteria layer. And this one just grows the bacteria. Any bacteria that's in the water that then passes through and gets caught in there and it works in that chamber. And if it gets through there, it then gets caught by the backy shower and the gravel filters. That's the plan anyway. That was the theory. So let's remove that grid because it's a pain in the arse. See how that goes. We'll put floating media in that side. Probably this floating media because there's a lot of it. I think I've got less media in the shed that can go in here. And it'll be fresher media, so it will sit right on the top as much as it can. Right, we'll go with that. See how we get on. So let's continue. Well, there you go, guys. That's all the shit that's not being released. Believe you me, it was worse than that. This is about the third time that I've tried to get the crap out. So yeah, time to get the barrels off. and get rid of all that black media. Bag that up. Right. I'll empty that bowl. Flood myself again. Can't be helped. And then I'll empty that media out. Oh, that's the barrels off. Oh, I wish I had enough money to do these. Now, that's 3" and fits snugly in there. But as we know, these damn things leak. So if I could get something that was 4" like that, with the rubber connectors on the inside there, that does not leak. So go into there and then have a little piece of pipe, one of those on, come around, ball valve, and then some extra pipe back to drain it off. It's annoying me that I've got to put them back the way they are. I could have done that today. But without the cash, still got a few debts to pay off I'd forgotten about. But there we go. Get them paid off, and then we can think about upgrading this filter system. Well, it is going to be possible for me to do it in a day, I reckon, using that. I've already got the hole saw to drill out the bottom. So, the weather like it is, a bit more in the winter, they should be fine for a day while I do that. Yeah. Just gonna have to wait till I've got the right money. Probably do that before I get the heater saved up for and a new air pump saved up for. They're probably going to come next year now. So, right, let's continue getting all this media out and I'll show you the state of it. Yeah, just look at the state of that. That is why it's not cleaning properly. There we go, like that. For fuck's sake. We can't be having this every time we're trying to clean it. There's got to be a solution. Alright. Good. Still not working. But as I'm not putting that one back in, maybe I can nick the grid off of that one as well. And sort of make a double mesh. I don't know. Look at this. This vacuum choke. Ah, oh, fuck's sake. Alright, well, let's get everything fixed back together. Getting them grids in, it's a nightmare. Oh. Took the skin off my knuckle. That is so sharp. I have to do something about that. Just the skin off your knuckles. You're trying to pull and push the grid down. It was never designed to keep having to fucking remove it. Right. What to do next? Get it all cleaned off, I suppose. That has all got to be washed and emptied. I can do it in them baskets, bit at a time. It's going to take forever. So that's going to be the last job of the day. A fucking swamp, man. That's got to go into the static bed now. We'll have floating media. See if we can eliminate what's happening there. You know what I mean? The media seeps back free before the crap has got a chance to sink. Look at that. Yeah. But as you can see, he's doing a good job filtration wise. Let's just get this cleaning issue sorted. Like I say, I think that's going to be the next thing I do. Everything else is having to wait. I want to do the retro bottom drain on the big pond. I'll put a new filter on there, and I've been toying with the idea of another easy pod. Right, there we go. It's all money, 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 money. It's worth it. It's worth it. There we go. It's a Benny guy. As you can see, split right in the middle of his tail. You will see if it starts to heal. He's too big to go indoors with the others. It will just mean I'll have to clean that out twice as often, which is why I left the other 4 smaller ones in this pond. That definitely looks like carp pox on that fish. It's coming back now. We'll have a few fish to look at to get all this sorted. Right, crack on. It's getting near towards 4 o'clock. And then that's the new media in. And then the old media, and then this moving bed is over here. So hopefully, if that does sink down when it gets clogged up, hopefully once I switch the bubbles on, it will release all of that crap. This will float back to the top, and I can turn the bubbles out off, and the shit should then drop to the bottom. That's the theory. This is going to take a while, a couple of days to start behaving normally. Got some gel in it already, so just got to wait for that. Oh. Do that. Just look at the amount of shit that wasn't being released. Tell you what, it was doing a good job though, wasn't it? Absolute. It's solid. But that was probably why I was getting hybridy nitrates and nitrites. Right, let's get all this washed off. Find somewhere to store it. That still needs a day or two to start sinking and rolling properly. That's doing alright. So there's about 6 inches of media in that side, and it's about 2 in that side. So might add some more to that once it's develops a little bit more. Once this is rolling round, you can see how well we're clearing. Whether I need to add any more media or not. Pond's looking pretty clear at the bottom. just been fed, so there's a little bit floating around in there. Alright then. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this job at all. Yuck. Alright, catch you in a bit, guys. Now, it's the first real autumny day. We've had quite a bit of rain over the last couple of days. And I've had to work through it, get all that media cleaned out. That's now all in the shed. What are you doing, Doug? We're starting to get this area. If there's crap in it. We're starting to look like what we said we'd make. Get ready to put the deck in. When that's going to happen, I don't know. Shortly. Ria, what are you doing? Come away from that. There's bird poo on there. Let's put that down to eat. That'll get sorted. So yeah, got that built. It's a temporary thing to get that out for when I flood the gravel when I'm filter cleaning, because that's all the electrics. Got that to sort out down there. Put them rocks. I'll try and go along here somewhere with them. We've got a filter clean doing on the main pond, you should be able to see for a while. So, Jesus Christ, so many leaves. So glad to get a bottom drain into this. Probably one of them floating skimmers as well. Sort this bloody leaf problem out. So we've got an easy pod on a boil. Looks about done now. Get that drained away and get it refilled. And in the shed, got all this wire to try and get up there somehow. In the shed we're looking a lot better. Yeah, okay, it still looks a shithole, but get in there now. Yeah, got that crap down there to clean up. Oh, you just done that, dog? Minefield. You making a new minefield? I cleaned that up yesterday. Right, in you go. Going in? Are you going in or not? Just let the heat out. Alright then. There's more gardening stuff, got all this to tidy up. All these bits off the top of the pond. I need to go in the bin. And yeah, starting to get a tidier garden after months and months of building that pond. The water temperature in the small pond is at 12 degrees. I feel slightly warmer actually. Probably why these guys are up and around a little bit. And the small guys are down on the deck. Yeah, still down on the deck. So, I'm still trying to get a decent video together for Koi TV. I'm waiting for a decent sunny day and a sunset so we can do a transition. That's what I want. Transition from day to night. So, Sagi is coming on the tree. And little Benny Guy settled in now. As that's the food, she settled in pretty much straight away. It's taking a little bit longer for the Benny guy to adjust to his new buddies, his new surroundings. And I'm guessing, oh, that is cold. Yeah. 13 degrees or something. Gotta get a decent thermometer. That one's going all green inside of it. Right. Yeah. These guys are a little bit of a feed. Let's see if we can get them up a bit. Slowly coming up. Here they come. Here they come. Probably still a bit wary because we put the drain pipe on today and we took out a good 3 inches of water. And it was getting rather close to the top. This guy's going to need a few more minutes. What are you doing, dog? You can't go under my seat. Nah, I don't think they're going to come up for it just yet. So we finally got this little guy out today. Let's have a look at him. And as you can see, as suspected, cart pox, which is an absolute shame because the scaling on that fish. I'm going to keep him still for a second, get to focus. That's mint. What a shame. What an absolute shame. Hopefully in the summer we can get rid of it, but it's always going to be a carrier. There has to be one fish that I've wanted for absolutely ages. And there was no sign of it in the shop when we got him. So it's just one of those things. Right then. Let's get him back in. He's healthy enough otherwise than that. Never mind. I'll have to look for another one. Because unfortunately, he'll stay in my collection, but other any future plans of breeding or showing are now dashed. I don't know. So we'll pop him back. Then we'll get out the next one. This is another one I wanted to have a look at. It was a bit sulky the other day. Seems to be feeding alright. And this was the one that I'd selected for the auction that never happened because I ended up taking him home with me. So, really nice gimmerin on him. Nice and strong through both collars. all the way through, from the top of the head right down to the tail. Right. I'm not going to do any scrapes. It's got a little bit of feather into the tail, but I think that's just wear and tear. So I'll get this guy back in, and we'll get the last guy up that I want to have a look at. So I want to check if that's caught pops as well. Right then. So this is the last guy. It's just a lemon arawaki we got of Crafty's auction. Now I've got over the fact that it had lost its head pattern when I come to pick it up. Still got the yellow in the eye, and it doesn't seem to have lost any of the other pattern. None of it's broken down. There's one or two small patches of yellow that I hadn't noticed before. Hadn't noticed that bit on the spine there, and there's another slight bit. Looks like there's a bit of pigmentation further down the spine coming up. Yeah, we've got over the fact that he's lost his pattern, but I'm going to look at colour food next year. Whether it will come back or not, it's debatable. A lot of people say colour doesn't come back, but it hasn't lost all its coloration yet. So, the tail I'm seeing is looking like cart pox. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, hard to see because he won't stay still. Yeah. It's doing alright, it's got a nice body shape to it. He was a little skinny when he came to me. He seems to be doing alright now. Right indeed, let's get you back in with your buddies, and I will leave you alone for the rest of the day. So the media is starting to roll a bit better now. There's a crap load caught in there though, which is annoying me. And that side doing alright. So just a quick inspection today. That worked pretty well. You're filling the bowl up using that. It was a good idea, Carlos. I'm wondering whether, I don't think it's going to reach there, is it? That would kind of work for getting over there somehow. I think it's going to hit the gravel. It's worth a shot. I think I'll be having to get some more pipe work to make it fit properly. So that's pretty much all I'm doing today, guys. Can't sort those rocks out until Mum sorted this bit of the garden out because she wants to make it nice. So we've done our little check. Oh, actually, I was going to take a look at the yellow dragon. because he's doing really well. Never mind, we'll leave him for now. There's nothing wrong with him. I just wanted to see how his progression. Then I haven't got the measuring bowl out. So. And yeah. Apart from them 2 fish with the carp pox, there's nothing you can do about that. I think there's a treatment with salt that takes it down, but you won't ever get rid of it. I have to see. I think it's in one of Lee Hadfield's videos about how he treated a fish with carp pox to get it down. You won't get it away. Oh, that bloody chainsaw thing. Oh. Peace and quiet again. Using chainsaw. And these guys are doing alright. There's a shitload of leaves in there though. So some kind of seed in there as well, probably from the silver birch trees. So these had a filter clean yesterday. So they're alright for today. That pond I'm just going to leave another couple of days before we have a clean of that. Yeah. Really want to get this grid changed over winter. That's a project for winter. Then I've got the bottom drain. I want the roof on that sorted out. But I'm wondering whether to try and move this easy pod over a little bit, which will mean taking the front of this off and moving the hole towards me a bit. So that will drop down there somewhere. And if I can twist that 45, so if I put the water around that way, I'll put the current going the other way. I think it's going to be nicer to come round this way and flow right round. It all depends on where I put the bottom drain. So yeah, that's going to be sorted. And then see how much space I've got. I really don't think that's going to fit another easy pod in there. Not without taking that UV and moving it somewhere else. That's a job for another day. Figure that out. Steer my head in trying to think, what can I do? What can I do? What can I put in there? Let's go for one of them barrels, just about fits, but now I'm actually using them. I wish I'd gone for a wheelie bin or something like that. I could have got down in the wheelie bin then. Put the right bottom drain on the bottom. Wouldn't have looked as nice, would have looked ugly. But 2 wheelie bins floating in the air. But, so these guys are going to take a little while to come back up. There's a bit of cloud around, but hopefully you could get a sunny evening and these guys come up to the window. We can finally get the video I want for Koi TV Volume 1. So, looks at the reflection of it. Yeah, I'm just wondering what we can do about. Oh, what's that squeak? We can't film with that going on right in my ear hole. Annoying. Right, we'll catch you later, guys. So these guys are doing alright. Changed the food today, and these are now on crushed up sake. I've done. Yes, I've took the sake balance that I've got, put it in the pestle mortar, and basically just smashed it up. And actually, the first smaller bits you put in, they actually sink. Let me just show it. This is a small pinch. So the first bits sink. Doing okay. Now I think the Snower Sagi, bless him, I think he's blind in one eye. His left eye looks weird. Looks smaller than the other eye. There we go. Well, they seem to be enjoying that, and hopefully, rather than little 2mm junior pellets that are on, we should put some size on now. Because what was happening was, I was feeding a pinch of pellet, and it wasn't really enough, and if I put too much in, there's too few fish to nail it before it gets to the filter. So it was all going up the filter, and they weren't getting to eat it. Go on, get and they seem to be enjoying that. So we'll try and get a bit of size on these guys over winter. That shower's lovely. Definitely got a much better body than the Kindai version. Seems to be a lot slimmer, longer fish. So. We'll go on and we'll see the difference. Jackie's nice as well, actually. Do you like that? So we will probably come back to you tomorrow, guys. So I'll catch you in the next bit. See you later. Oh, good morning, beautiful people. A few issues today. A shitload of leaves. And when I got up, came out, that was all pissing out the back. As you can see, we've lost quite a bit of water. Quite a lot of water. So I've got to get up there, figure out what's going on there. Why that is filling up and not leaking, not coming through quick enough. It's been doing fine. Looks like that is blocked. And we've also got, I've just noticed as I was sitting having a cigarette, that is now leaking for some reason. Now before I remove the barrels and put the barrels back on, that was fine. That was also fine, and now it seems to be leaking again. It seems to be leaking on the other side. That was completely bloody fine. You can see there's quite a bit of water down there. Why are we leaking now? That side's fine. Why is that side fine and this side is not? Right, so a couple of things to have a look at. 3 things. We'll start with that over the back. Right, let's go and get the steps out so I can get on top. You're not going to like that, climbing all over the pond, but there we go. Alright, so I've just turned the pump back on, and it's blown all that shit into the water. What the fuck? The clarity's dropped like crazy as well. Alright, keep an eye on that. Overflowing. I took a few leaves out, but there's nothing major. It looked like it was blocking the holes. That way, like that. Right, we're coming through. I was just trying to work out how so many leaves have got through the bloody grid. So that's going to have to come off. Right. So that flows through under the wall, under the gravel, as does that one. So it shouldn't be affected by any leaves. It's running through okay. It's running through okay. Look at that. I think I'd have to be doing this. I've got to do this with the main pond. This is supposed to have all been skimmed out. I can't understand why there's so much crap. Why is that barrel drop so low? Skimmer was off. Skimmer was off. Which means that all the shit that was caught by this barrel has now gone back into the pond. And that is why all of that was all filtered out. That's why. Did I turn the skimmer off when I turned the pump off? There we go, now we're working properly. Right. All that there to sort out why that's happening. Why is that happening? Dear me. Now that seems to be not even half the media. So I bet you a load of media's dropped through there now. That was not supposed to happen. Oh, I've got to get this issue sorted. It's driving me fucking crazy. I do one thing, I think that's alright. It's not. I do something else, I think, yeah, that's sorted it. No, it hasn't. See, that was completely covered. No, it's not. Which is telling me there's a load of media at the bottom. Guarantee it. Right. Means I've got to drain the barrels down. Oh, for fuck's sake. This was all supposed to be like low maintenance. It runs itself, does itself. Look at that lot. Oh, look at that fucking cloud of shit. Oh, man. Right. Alright. So the water level is quite crap at the moment. If it drops too low, it won't go from one side of the barrel to the other side and flow through. Alright. I'm going to have to drain it down and figure out why that's now leaking when that side wasn't leaking at all. This was dry as well. Fucking, you know, you think you cure something and then it tells you haven't. That was never leaking, that side. Why is that side now leaking? That's flowing quite bad as well because it was just a little drip. There'd be a shorter interval. Right then. What to do. If I got to take the fucking barrels off again. It's driving me insane. Alright. Alright. Let's keep an eye on that as well. Seems to be alright. This wind's terrible. I'm definitely going to thinking about getting some kind of something over the pond. Got to stop these leaves. Now, I was watching a video, I can't remember whose video it was, I think it was one of Lee's when he went to New Forest. And Rick said by having a polytunnel, it raises the temperature by about 5 degrees from the outside. Now, that would be better, even if I don't have an air source heat pump. I could then get a pump that drops in and maybe use that, a heater that drops in the pond. I know it's less efficient and it's more money. I wonder what to do. Sorry, I just coughed. But yeah, that's crazy. How many leaves just overnight? I cleaned it all out yesterday. And this problem is going to go right the way through the winter. So that lot along the back there. Right, all that food and shit. Vent that out. Switching that off. And make the air come through maximum. And what that does is that pushes it all around. Pushes it back up there because they're not going to be eating just yet because I've been over the top of the pond. Excuse me again. Alright then. Alright then, to do what to do. The water level's fine actually. I don't mind it that low. That was the original level that I'd planned on having. Just so that was that outflow. It's pushing along the top. There you go, they're coming up. Why am I whispering? Because they can't fucking hear me. Let's come back a bit. Once they've mullered that food, you get them fucking leaves out. In fact, what I might do is once they've mullered the food, is turn the air off from the pond, let it run through the barrels, and all them leaves should end up in the skimmer. Theoretically. It's a fucking joke, man. I wasn't expecting this. Right, let's get on with the test that I can do while I'm waiting for them to eat that up. That's not coming up that much at all. Alright then. Gotta watch that. As it runs over that. Oh dear. The joys of homemade items. Which I thought I'd done a pretty good job of. Right then. Yeah, wait for them to eat that lot. And then drain the barrels out, turn everything off, get the leaves out, keep an eye on that. Yeah. Right then. And hopefully that should be taken out by the media in the barrels. Alright, we'll do a filter clean as well. Alright. Right, we'll get back to you in a bit, guys. Well, we haven't got anything done today, really, apart from have a look at that. And that's because we went on the live. Aquaculture Live. We got some good advice. So, I'm going to just monitor this at the first, because there's not a lot really I can do. What I should have done is have outflows that are twice the size of the flow that's coming in. So it might be a case of knocking those holes closed again just have 4 running. Let's see how that does. The issue we've got with the filter, and Vince is saying now swap them over, so make that side the moving bed and this one the static chamber. And what will happen is what will come in the bottom, hit the media, which is static, and most of the big crap will stay at the bottom, which can then be flushed out. So we'll be putting the drains on soon, or sooner rather than later, and just give me some advice of where to go to get some grids that aren't going to let the media through, and we'll go from there. So tomorrow we'll get it start getting it sorted.